As today was a special day, as Vaggie would wake up, it was Valentine's Day, but as she looked around, she wouldn't see Charlie. She started to get worried. As she got up, though, she would then lay down and pretend to be asleep as Charlie was sneaking in. Sometimes she would get her gifts. Usually, Vaggie wouldn't notice, but this time, Vaggie woke up a little early. But she wouldn't want Charlie to know that she knew about the surprise. As Charlie would smile, she would put her things away and go to sleep. As Vaggie would pretend to sleep and smile, knowing how much Charlie loved her. As eventually she would fall asleep. As she woke up and walked out of her room, Charlie would be easing with excitement and say, "I got a surprise, I got a surprise, I got a surprise!" Vaggie would then just smile as she followed Charlie out. As Charlie would lead her away from the hotel. A couple blocks away, as they walked farther and farther, Vaggie would say, "Where are we going?" Charlie would say, "Almost here," as she would lead her to a special spot, as it was a statue of her and Vaggie. "I spent hours and hours on it. You built that with the magic?" "Yeah." As then Vaggie would say, "I love it," as they would hold hands and kiss. As Vaggie would say, "I got you something too," as she would hold out reservations for a fancy restaurant. As Vaggie would say, "Here, in the gluttony ring," Charlie would go, "Oh my god, yee! Thank you, Vaggie." As then they would hold hands and begin to walk out. As then we cut to Husk and Angel. Angel would come back bruised from a long day of filming, as then he sat down on the chair. As he sighed and looked out. It was the day of love, but Angel didn't really get many of that. Sure, Angel, created a lot of love, but he didn't really feel loved. As then Husk would walk up to him and say, "I know it's not much, but..." As Angel opened it, it was chocolate. Tons of chocolate. As then he ate it, it was also spiked with whiskey. As Angel would say, "You didn't have to, Husk. I wanted to." As an Angel would say, "Hey, you want to go out?" Husk would say, "Sure." As an Angel and Husk would hold hands and begin to go outside and talk. As Husk would say, "Did you like your gift?" Angel would say, "Yeah, sorry I didn't get you anything. I'm not used to this romantic crap." "Husk, we're not even a couple, yet we act like it. Why is that?" Husk would say, "I don't care that I care. Listen, I'm under someone else's thumb. If I wasn't, I would..." Suddenly, Husk would kiss Angel and say, "I want to be with you, Angel. I don't care about what you do for a living. I don't care about all of that. All I care about is that you love me." As Angel would start to cry and say, "I don't deserve a man like you." As then they would hug. As Husk and Angel hugged, they would both start to cry. As suddenly Alistair would walk up to him and say, "Real sentimental, but someone needs to run the bar." Husk would say, "He's our only patient, though. Ever since Sir Pentious..." "Get in there." As Husk would sigh, he would walk back to the hotel. As Angel would simply just giggle. As he would walk and follow Husk back into it. As then we cut to Charlie and Vaggie. As Vaggie and Charlie would start to eat, Vaggie would say, "I heard this place is really nice." As Charlie would say, "Yeah, but how did you get that disguise? You see, sinners weren't allowed out of the Pride Ring. Technically, she was a fallen angel, but we don't really know if fallen angels are allowed out of the Pride Ring either, and they might just be considered sinners, since she was human before she went to heaven anyway. So I'm just going to say, for the sake of this video, she can't leave the Pride Ring just like the other sinners." As Vaggie would say, "Well, I know a guy. Lucifer, your father, gave it to me. I said I wanted to surprise you." Charlie would say, "My dad helped you?" "He can be cool sometimes." As then they ate and they laughed and they talked about how they first met, and they would talk about funny stories. As then they would hold hands and look at each other, as Charlie and Vaggie were in love. And today was a very special day for both of them. As then we cut to an odd couple, Vox and Val. As Val would open the door, as he would get a cake, Val would smile and say, "Oh, a cake," as it was from Vox. And suddenly Vox would jump out of the cake, not dressed that much, as he said, "Surprised." As then they both looked at each other. As Val said, "That was my thing. I thought I would steal it from you, because I'm so evil," as he grabbed him and pulled him in as he kissed him. As Val and Vox would simply just laugh, as they would have a good time. Val and Vox had a complicated relationship. Vox and Val would be open, and they were in a relationship and they weren't in a relationship. Sometimes they would act like they were together, sometimes they wouldn't. It was really confusing, and that's because of their businesses. Vox wanted to seem powerful and strong, and he didn't want someone to hold him back, even if relationship-wise. And even that, though he really liked Val, he was inconfident, and he couldn't date him because of that. And Val, he just loved to have fun and date anyone that would be around him. And yes, I'm using the word date and not any other word, for reasons. As then Val and Vox would stay together all night long until Val would get up and say, that was great. As Vox would say, you should stay and watch a movie. Val would say, what? Really? Yes. Please? Val was confused until he realized what was going on. Then he would smirk and say, I'd love to, as they sat down together and began to watch a movie together. As then we cut back to Angel and Husk. As Angel and Husk were at the bar, they would both look at each other as they would kiss. As Charlie would walk in and say, oh my god, I knew it. Husk would say, you didn't know F. As then Charlie would walk in and begin to laugh, as they would all have a good time. But then Charlie would say, I wish Sir Pentious was here for this. As Husk would say, yeah, he was a good friend. I took him for granted. I made fun of him. I wish I didn't do that. Vaggie would say, yeah, I wish I wasn't so harsh on him. As then we cut to Sir Pentious, as Emily would walk up to him and say, I have a gift for you. As Emily would say, you've been in heaven for a while now, and since it's Valentine's Day, we decided to let you visit hell to see Cherri. As then Sir Pentious would go, really? I can see Cherri? Yes, but she can't tell anyone, and this is secret. Sir Pentious would nod, as he would pack his things, as Emily would bring him down to hell. We cut to Cherri. Cherri thought about Sir Pentious here and there. After all, he gave up his life, which was pretty metal. He also, kissed her, which was nice. But, that was a long time ago, and it's not like she had, real strong feelings for him. But then she would hear a knock on the door. She opened it. It was Sir Pentious. As Sir Pentious would go to Cherri, as they would both smile at each other. Cherri had kind of a crush on Sir Pentious. He didn't really like him that much, but recently things have been changing, and the fact that she couldn't have him was what drove him crazy. As he would say, Miss Cherri, I would like to invite you. I would like to... As she would say, don't talk, you'll ruin it. As she kissed him, as then he kissed back. As then they had some fun, as she would push him to the ground. As we cut to the next day, as Sir Pentious would say, well, Valentine's Day is over. I guess I should get going. Cherri would say, yeah, you should. As then she slapped his behind, as he would blush. As then she would laugh and say, see you around, cutie. As Sir Pentious would leave. As that was their Valentine's Day, they all had a good one. As we cut to Val, and as Vox and Val would have had an amazing night, Valentine's Day was over, and it was time to get back to normal. As Vox would wish they could be more, but he knew they couldn't. As things went back to normal for them, it was business as usual. But Vox's heart was tearing him apart, as he wanted Val. He needed Val, but he would never tell him this, as he would hold his feelings deep down forever. As then we cut to Angel and Husk, as Valentine's Day meant a lot to them now. Valentine's Day was a day that Angel and Husk got together, as they officially started dating, so that would always be an important memory to them, an important sequence in their lives. As Charlie and Vaggie would remember this as a nice day, as they had a nice date out and enjoyed a great Valentine's Day, as they've enjoyed many, many before. As Sir Pentious would remember this as the time he got to see Cherri, as the time he got to love her, as the time he got to actually flirt with her. Valentine's Day is a beautiful holiday. I'm going to leave things off for this special holiday episode. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone here. I hope you're all having a good Valentine's Day. And in the comments below, let me know what you did for Valentine's Day. Did you, do nothing? Did you write to someone special? Did you, get someone chocolates? Or, anything like that. What I'm going to do for Valentine's Day is, well, me and my partner are going to start to talk to each other. And I already made them a special gift card, which I think they'll get soon. So, yeah. Hope they will enjoy it. So, yeah, just let me know what you're going to do for your Valentine's Day. And, whatever you and your partner like to do. Or whatever like that. And, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share with all your friends. Hit that thanks button if you want to. If not, no big deal. Making these videos are definitely a lot of fun. I I think that this holiday is a great holiday because it's all about love, and love is a very important thing. And I feel like no matter who you are or no matter what you believe in, I feel like love should be a force that drives us, you know? And that's kind of the thing I try to live by. No. It's easier said than done, you know? And sometimes it's hard to love, especially when everything's been broken in front of you, but you just gotta get back on your horse and try again. And right now, I'm riding pretty well. I hope I never fall down, but if I do, I'll get back on it. Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. You mean the world to me. Peace out.